everybody. This is Wednesday, it ain't Monday, but that's okay. I hope y'all have been practicing. I know a couple weeks isn't enough to get good at changing between chords and stuff. Anyway, I know we've been going over the notes of all the names of all the strings, all the notes on the fretboard. You guys can go back and rewatch those if you need to pick anything back up. I think last week I went back and explained that notes have two names, a sharp name and a flat name, unless it's between E and F and B and C. But that, and I was showing you the power chords, how to get those and move them up that way. They're movable chords. Move them down this way. Now last week I showed you the chord of B. Okay, hitting all four of those in the middle. Because when you're not up here on the E and the A string with a power chord, if you move your fingers down, you're on the A and the D. If you bar those bottom three, we're only hitting the ones in the middle. We're not hitting the top or the high E. We're just going from the A, D, G, B. A, D, G, B, those are the strings we're hitting. But you're only hitting one note with your index finger. And then your ring finger, you have to bar the three below it to get those middle four strings. Again, that's a movable chord. But that's called a bar chord because you're barring those three notes there. But I also want to show you how to get the bar chord if you're on the top string, if you're on the low E. Like, okay, let's just say A. Now instead of it being an A power chord, I want to show you the A bar chord, the whole thing. And it's called bar because you're going to use your index finger to bar the whole fret. You're going to bar all of them. Okay? And then since we're just doing the A, come down to the 5th fret, index finger is going to bar that whole fret. Okay? Now your middle finger is going to come out and it's going to be on the 3rd string, the G string, and the 6th fret. Okay? And then your ring finger is going to come down 2 frets from your index. Okay, so now you're going to be on the 7th fret, and it's going to be on the A string. Okay? And then your pinky is also going to be in the 7th fret, and it's going to be on the D string right below your ring finger. Okay? So, and you're going to hit all of the notes because you're barring them all. So there's your A. It's an A bar chord. If it was just those two at the top, it'd be an A power chord. But since we got the other fingers on there, that's your whole A bar chord. And that's also a movable chord. You can all the way down to the F. Your G, A. Anyway, you can work that one all back and forth, up and down. Same with the moving down to the 2nd string. Here, starting on your A string as your root note. You're just hitting those 4 in the middle. But the bottom 3, well, except for your high E, you're not hitting that. But the other 3, you're hitting with your ring finger. And then your index is just going to be getting the root note. And now, if if you go down one more again, because remember you can move those, all keep going down with them. If you go down one more time, you can add your pinky in there, okay? Because you just get the power chord, but you mix your pinky in with it if you want the extra, if you want the triad. Triad's just 3 notes. But that would be that one. And personally myself, I don't usually go all the way down with those. About the 3rd one down is usually about as far as I go, but there is use for that other way if you keep going. But that's just something you can play around with later or whenever. But again, I want to go back over our chords we've learned so far. It was just A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So here's our A, our B, which is what I was just showing you there, but it's down here in the 2nd fret starting. C, D, E, F, and G. As far as strumming patterns, maybe I've been working with you with the wild thing, which is an easy thing to do. I'm not showing you the whole song. If you want to learn that and you get good enough at doing the other parts, you can go pick that up or send me a message if you want me to do the whole song or whatever. I'll learn it or whatever. But again, I wanted to show you that whole full bar chord. And if you're a complete beginner, those aren't going to be easy. If I'm making them look easier, if you see other people making them look easy, that's just, you get that way over time. Things get easier to you. But also, I showed you some finger exercises. Showed you that one with the help with your alternating picking. Then I think I showed you, I was doing it starting on the A note there. I think I showed you going down this way too. Now, I'm going to keep doing that same pattern there, except for what we're going to do is we're going to go down 3, then back up 1. 3, back up 1, 3, back up 1. And we're going to work our way back up doing that way. So I'll start it off kind of slow here. Starting on our A root note in the 5th fret. And don't forget, you're alternating your picking back here, back and forth. And that will really work the muscles in your forearm back here, in your hand, and plus it'll help you get better at, sounding cleaner. You get used to knowing where your strings are with your pick hand. That was all hammer-ons, but anyway, those are just good exercises, simple things to do. Maybe somewhere down the road I might do what they call cyclic patterns. That's just a series of notes that you keep repeating, going back and forth on. Cool. Now some of this stuff I'm gonna throw in is not really gonna be for beginners. And if you are a beginner, please don't frustrate yourself, trying to learn something that's too advanced for you at the moment. Start off simple, do everything slow, I got a bad habit of that. Sometimes I try to get ahead of myself and fumble around on my strings too much because I'm trying to do something either too fast, I'm not used to doing it that fast, or sometimes even if you do something slower than you're used to doing it, it messes you up. But actually, I want to show two minor chords today because they're chords that are found a lot in music as far as, being off, what they call off chord or whatever, if you have a bridge or just a musical change. But since we've already went through the A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, I want to throw in an A minor and an E minor because, like I said, those are used a lot. In songs. I mean, other minors are too in different circumstances, but A minor and E minor are used quite often. But if you remember our E major chord, okay, all you're going to do to make that a minor, because all a minor is you're taking the third note of the triad, okay, and you're going to flatten it with half a note. So to do that for an E major, you just take your index finger off. So now you're only hitting the A and the D string in the second fret. And then you're going to strum all of them. You hear that flatted note? It almost gives it a sound, or a sad sound. Whereas if you put your index back on there, it's a happier note. But if you take your finger off, it drops it a half. And that's what makes that an E minor. So you're strumming all the strings, but you only got two fingers in the second fret on the fifth string and the fourth string. So it's pretty simple. And the A minor, remember I showed you can get the A. You can either do it putting three fingers in those three notes on the second fret, or you can bar it. But what we're going to do here is we're going to start off to make this a minor, which is also you're flattening the third note of the chord. Instead of that note, instead of being here on the second string and the second fret, we're going to drop that on the second string down to the first fret. That's flattening that third note to make it an A minor instead of an A major. Okay? And then just like the A, we're going to put these two fingers back where they normally go for the A. So your middle finger will be in the second fret on the fourth string, and your ring finger will be in the second fret on the third string. And we already said that your index is in the first fret on the second string. So, and then we're not going to hit the low E here, we're going to just hit from the A string down. There's that sad note for the A. Whereas if we picked it back up, sounds happier there. So, like I said, a lot of songs that you'll learn, you're going to have A minor is used a lot. E minor is used a lot. You know, and I'm hoping by showing some of these things that whoever watches this will be inspired to, you know, go get a book. You know, there's all kinds of chords. I'm just giving you just a few, but there's, you know, there's all kinds of chords. Seventh chords, and maybe somewhere down the road we'll get in the explanation of all that stuff, but I'll be honest, I'm not really a person that reads a whole lot of music or uses a whole lot of tablature or anything like that. I just always played by ear. I could hear it and then figure it out, but those things are good to know. I would never knock that. I actually used to know how to read music fairly well, but I found that I just didn't use it as much as I probably should have disciplined myself to use it, and then I kind of just forgot a lot of it. But now I'm probably going to throw something in here. Like I said, you know, because I don't really have any students per se or anything, so I don't know how fast or slow. I can't really see, you know, if anybody's watching these videos, how fast you're picking things up or how much work you're needing on them. I don't know. So I'm just throwing things out here that if somebody can use it as useful information, great, you know. But most of the lead stuff that you see me play, most of the time I'm using minor pentatonic scales. I do use a couple other things here and there, but I think I do some Dorian mode stuff and a couple other things. But mostly what I play out of is pentatonics, minor pentatonic and major pentatonic. I'll explain all that down the road, but I just wanted to give you guys just a simple basic, just going to hit the notes out of the minor pentatonic. Let's use G. Let's come up to G. So we'd be in the 3rd fret. Find your G note there. Okay? Now, you're going to go from the 3rd fret. You're going to jump out. You want 2 empty frets in between. Then come out. Use your pinky to get out there. So you're going from the 3rd fret to the 6th fret. Okay, then come down to your A string. You're going to be in the 3rd fret, 5th fret. Same thing for your 4th string, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Same thing for your 3rd string, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Then your 2 bottom strings, your B and your E, is going to be 3rd fret, and then just like the top one, back out to the 7th fret, or 6th fret. And then your high E is also going to be 3rd fret, 6th fret. So we've got 3 of our strings that have that stretch there. Our top string, our B string, and our E string. So again, alternate your picking back and forth when you do these, okay? Downstroke there on your root note. Okay, that's going to be a minor pentatonic scale out of, that's just the first position of it. There's 5 positions. But I said out of A, I meant G. I'm doing G. You can do the same thing out of A. Same thing. Also movable. You can do that anywhere. Again, that's the A. So just for example, like, and I'll show you, I'll start putting this stuff on there too. Just the little tricks and the stuff I use to play, just out of those simple notes. And that's all you need if you was playing a song out of A, you know. And I was just using those notes that I just showed you out of the A. So if somebody's playing a song out of A, you could play a whole solo out of just right there, those notes. You don't have to go anywhere else. So everything I just did there was based off of those. I did throw a couple passing tones in there. Sometimes I'll use these middle notes as passing tones, but you can't land on those, it won't sound right. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff you can do there. But just, you know, if you're practicing, just keep going over. Don't stop practicing all the chords. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And same with the power chords. I mean, like I showed you to get the whole chord this time, you know, work on that stuff. It's the only way you'll get better. But anyway, I'm almost to 25 minutes. I've noticed if I let it go past 26, then I have to make another little video to keep going. So, hope you guys are doing well. Rock on. Keep practicing. I'll catch you again next week. Later.